Hello and welcome to another Travel Weekly webcast on location. I'm Ella Sagar, I'm a cruise reporter for Travel Weekly, and we're on board Star of the Seas, the newest Icon class ship, and I'm with Gerard Noland, VP and Managing Director for EMEA Sales. So thanks so much for joining me.
Pleasure.
And Star of the Seas has been a fantastic couple of days we've had on board, and different to Icon before, a bit bigger, still the world's biggest ship. What are the kind of changes that we've seen on board?
I think we've had the most amazing couple of days with a lot of our partners from around Europe, Middle East and Africa, but a good contingent from the UK and the Ireland agents. And if I think of the differences between Star and Icon, obviously it's the same class, so much of the footprint is similar, but a lot of the key changes come in furnishing. We've really elevated entertainment, so we have Back to the Future.
Very exciting.
I didn't see all of it last night. I got half of the show in, so I'm going back tonight to see the rest.
But you did see the DeLorean, right?
I did see the DeLorean. I'm not going to give away the secrets, but an amazing elevation of how you bring a West End show to the seas. So outside of entertainment, which is a real step change and an elevation against Icon, a lot of it, as I say, furnishings, decor, really all these small tweaks and changes as you learn from the first ship you have. Also really nice addition, Lincoln Supper Club. So a Chicago theme, 1930s, really exclusive. It's almost like a bit of theatre through culinary, and really nice addition to Star.
Like a perfect date night kind of situation.
An amazing date night, yes, where you have real quality time.
So how many UK agents and Ireland agents have we got on board?
Yeah, so we've got a good group. We've got about 200 overall, and then UK and I is probably about half of that. So and they have been enjoying and loving the ship.
And that's what you want from the kind of 3 days we've been to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, the private destination, which I know is new destinations are coming up in the next couple of years, so that's going to be a big focus for you guys. Yeah,
so for those who don't know or haven't had the opportunity to get to Coco Cay, so it's a private isle destination and it's everything you would imagine in your perfect day. So it's a blend of beach club, it's got different areas and different zones, so you can chill out in the chill area. We've got Coco Beach Club, a little bit more exclusive, overwater villas. We then have the tallest water slide in North America.
Impressive.
I don't know if you had the opportunity to go on.
I got a bit scared.
I think we all did. And I took my kids and we had just the most amazing time. But it is, you've got literally 14 different slide options and it is an amazing, amazing day. Also have an adults only area, Hideaway Beach. Spent a lot of the time there yesterday and we had an amazing time.
Yeah, and so there's the balancing, because obviously families are the main target market for you guys, but there is the adult only is becoming more and more important. I know some venues on Star are now, like the Swim and Tonic Bar is now adult only. Is that's going to become more of a focus with the other private destinations and maybe Legend of the Seas coming up next year?
I think it's a good point, because I think we listen to feedback all the time, and I think this is feedback we've had where we do want to have areas where it is adults only, but you also have the ability to come back together as a team and as a group. So whether you disperse and you go off and do the kids things during the day, you do your chill stuff as a couple, it all comes back in the evening typically, and great entertainment, great shows, great culinary. So we have an awful lot.
Everything. I don't think with it, no one could possibly do it all in 3 days, but I know that shorter itineraries are becoming more and more popular. And we were talking today in another session that maybe shorter itineraries are coming to Europe a bit more, as well as in America and Asia. Is that kind of what you're seeing to get the new to cruise on board? Yeah,
I think the term I suppose we use is it's a good on-ramp to bring people who maybe don't want to go full 7 nights for their first experience. So shorter cruises, which we typically class as 3 to 4 nights. It's a growing part of our business, especially in the Caribbean. So we have 2 options, I suppose, out of Port Canaveral. A 7-night on Star doing East and West, and then we have shorter 3 and 4 nights, which in essence is the most amazing weekend cruise. And if you've not tried it before, great way to come and test. But as you say, it's not enough time. There's so much to do on board.
I think you get people hooked in, and
you get them to experience it. The other brilliant thing on those shorter cruises, the survey and the satisfaction level from our guests is exceptionally high. So, in terms of that's the Caribbean side of it, but in terms of more local to Europe and the UK, we do have shorts. We have On the Southampton product, we have a couple of shorts. We've got between 4 and 5 nighters in the coming season next year, and it's something we continue to look at. You know, we look at the performance and we look at what are the guests really enjoying. But we have a very similar approach. We want to try and make sure people come and experience what we do, and as you say, a shorter cruise typically is that.
And agents are quite important in terms of getting that new to cruise, new to brand on board. What do you think? For agents, what do they need to know about Star and maybe the upcoming Legend, and what the differentiators are with other, because you're wanting to take more share from the land-based market than say other cruise?
Yeah, I think what we've been more and more moving into, as you say, is the combination of an amazing cruise experience, but also destination. And in the next 4 years, we've got 4 different amazing land-based pieces coming. So I'll talk you through them in a sec, but I think to your question in terms of what do the agents need to know, a lot of what we are showcasing on board, it's difficult, right? So we've a real good training program where we're going to be rolling out all of the great new content we have for Star, but that then gives you a real window into what we're bringing into Europe next year. So Legend coming next year. Very, very excited. The team and I are working hard to try and work out the exact plan and how can we get as many of the agents on board to experience it, because you've experienced it yourself over the last couple of days. It is, you need to see it, you need to feel it, and it is an amazing, amazing offering. So we're working hard to try and get the plans in play, but really the objective will be how many agents from across UK, Europe, Middle East and Africa can we get on board to showcase next year?
Yeah, because Legend will be sailing from Barcelona.
August 2nd is what we're working towards, and it will run then through to October before relocating them back out to the Caribbean.
And with the Star of the Seas, there's some exciting news this morning as well, with a new godmother and an astronaut, no less. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So I think a surprise for many of us this morning. So we've announced our godmother for Star, an amazing individual, Kelly Gerardi, which is a great name linked to mine. It's very similar, but a really amazing individual. So a family person, has kids, has been to space. So links, very nice link into Star. The 90th woman to have been to space. And really excited to share. I think a bit of a surprise this morning to all of us because that changed date, but great addition.
Because that was a bit of a change from earlier in the week when I know Diana Ross was scheduled, but Kelly will be doing the naming ceremony on the 20th but from Port Canaveral you can see the space launch shuttle and everything, and actually I think some passengers last week saw a launch from the ship, which was incredible.
Before we left on this sailing, they were moving on a platform, the actual launch mechanics for one of the launches last week.
It's amazing. So the kind of destination piece, like Port Canaveral, as an opportunity for agents from Orlando, you've got the theme parks, but you've also got the space side of things, and maybe Kelly, that connection kind of brings that home.
There's a nice link. And maybe if I jump back onto what's coming in the next couple of years in terms of non-ships. So as I say, destination is a big part of the forward plan that we have, and between now and the next 4 years, we've got 4 big projects coming. So in Nassau, in the Caribbean, we have what we're calling Paradise Island, which is a new beach club concept, all-inclusive, which is split into 3 different areas. So a family area, a chill area, and a thrill area. An amazing addition to a port that we visit a lot, and will come on stream in December this year. So very excited about that. We then have in the South Pacific, we have La Leper or Vanuatu. Again, another beach club concept, very tuned into the local environment. So you won't have water slides, but very nice addition, serving the Brisbane area. So we'll have all of our sailings, or most of our sailings, visiting in 2027. We then have a beach club in Cozumel, and that is similar to what we're having in Nassau. So a really amazing experience, but the real pinnacle on the cake is going to be Perfect Day Mexico. So an amazing opportunity for us to take people from the Caribbean to Mexico. It will be 200 acres, so almost double what we have in Perfect Day Coco Cay. And again, 7 different neighborhoods, the longest lazy river in the world. You can just disappear for at least an hour. We have 31, a water park with 31 different slides, slides that launch you up into the air, which my kids are very excited about. And another big addition to what we're going to have in our roster, and that's in 2027.
Yeah, and that will be offered on most Caribbean itineraries and from Galveston in the future as well, which is a kind of
that's
a new thing.
Done. But most of our settings that will come from the Caribbean will either visit a perfect day, a beach club, and again, it's this combination of the amazing offering on the ship, and also then what we have as new destinations coming in.
So the new destinations is going to be a massive part of what agents should be telling their clients about, and that it's very unique to Royal Caribbean. And what I quite like, that learning about how kids have helped design the slides and things like that, and the guest feedbacks really help shape all of those different offerings.
And I think on guest feedback, when we think about our most desired places that our guests want to go to, the highest ratings are our icon class ships, our ships that go to perfect day. And for those who understand Net Promoter Score, NPS, if you take banking, the typical Net Promoter Score is like sub-0. You take a good hospitality, it's in the 40s, 50s, where you take a perfect day and an icon, you're up in the 80s. So the guests are telling us what they like, and we're delivering what they want, and it's a really good combination.
And just to circle back maybe to agents in the UK specifically, how's the UK market doing at the moment in terms of, is it growing, is it kind of staying the same? And then we can maybe talk about trade engagement plans, because I know you guys have done Destination Unknown and lots of other stuff like that. And if there's more of that in the pipeline.
We've been busy. So I think the UK cruise market, you would have seen the CLIA stats. So it is growing, and we're very much part of that. I think overall we're very pleased. Business is really solid. We've got a really good forward-looking business that we're pleased with. So in the UK specifically, we're making a bit of a shift in ships for next year. So we've had Independence, we've had Anthem prior to that, and then next year we've got Liberty. Liberty of the Seas is getting a revamp, so we're going to invest really nicely, and we're bringing some of the favourites that you maybe see on our newer class of ships to Liberty, and then she'll run the UK Southampton season. So really excited there to be bringing something new, fresh to the UK market. Overall though, we're really pleased with where we're at. Overall, we've got Legend coming from August next year, so again, really excited for that for the UK market. But we're geared. There's plenty for the UK market.
Raring to go.
We are ready. We're not ready fully, but we're working on good plans.
There.
We are.
And so when you started in the role, you were saying you wanted to dial up your trade engagement. You wanted to work closer with the Celebrity Cruises, which is a sort of sister brand. How's that all going? How dialed up is the trade engagement?
If I'm very honest, I think there's a lot more I'd like to do. And we've got some exciting developments we're working in the background on, so we're looking forward to announcing them soon. But today I can share something quite exciting. So we have a bonus commission program that we're running, which is a £35 or €40 bonus commission for bookings made from the 16th of August through to the 19th of September for sailings through to the end of next year.
So you've got a month to make.
We've got a month to get behind us, and it's a bit of a thank you and a bit of a star takeaway from our time on board. And we're working hard in the background on where and how we want to showcase, because seeing is believing, and we want to see if there's new technology we can use. So whether that be virtual reality, can we bring that to the trade? So we're working on something in the background, so more to come on that. But I think the interplay we have with our trade agents is fab. I think the team, my sales front end team, are forever in with our partners, listening feedback and trying to make sure we're doing everything we can. Nikki Lewis, who heads up the trade support side and trade engagement side, is continuously out in market listening to the feedback. And then Aaron and the sales team are out making sure commercially we're working as close as we can. But I think we've got good plans for the future. I think we've also got this new technologies coming. So if you think of AI and what can that do for us, how can we make our interaction and make us really easy to do business with? That's kind of where I see it.
Kind of smooth smooth things out.
Smooth, and just being intuitive, giving every agent out there the answer before they even need to come to us. So we've got more to come. Hopefully in September we'll share a bit more on where we're heading. And the one good thing is we'll involve the trade agents in what we come up with. It's not what we think, it's what the trade agent community needs and wants. So Destination Unknown was a good a good example of enterprise mindset, or the brands coming together. So for those who don't know, we work together with Celebrity Cruises, our sister brand, Virgin Atlantic, to try and almost solve a problem, or not even a problem, but solve an ease of booking the Caribbean cruise flight together and packaging it. And there's loads of opportunity in that space for us in the future, but we had 12 agents that came to the Caribbean. They joined our ships. They came with Virgin Atlantic as our partner. We had them go around and pick up coins, and the
like
winning agent,
treasure hunt,
like Destination X, and the winning agent, which is Hard and Travel, part of TTNG, had £100,000 investment to then drive their business and grow.
There's something else that came up over the last couple of days in the agent sessions with the leadership, that there's a new booking reservation system coming with some changes, maybe from next year across the Royal Caribbean Group. I don't know if you can share any more about, it might make group bookings a bit easier, which I know is a massive thing for agents.
So we have a specific booking tool in the UK called Airwaves, which is an ability to package. So we're a little bit further advanced in the UK versus what we're bringing for the organisation. So the project we have is Royal Experiences, which is basically a rework of our booking engine. And Silversea within the family will be the first brand to roll it out next year, and the other two brands will follow. But it does, if you think of a company like ours and the legacy of 50 years of business, we have a lot of kind of unpicking, but we're moving into a space where we'll have dynamic packaging capability. It will be ShoreX, being able to pull that in. A lot more intuitive, but an awful lot of new functionality that again will be enabling the trade to really book us and be so simple to book.
Easier to add on different, cabanas and those sorts of things as well.
Cabanas, content, real simplicity, and making sure it's just easier to book.
And speaking of water parks, I know that on Icon, it has been in the news the last week that there was an incident on one of the slides, and I just wanted to check with you what your message might be for agents if they do have clients coming to them who've seen the headline and might be a bit like have a few worries, concerns about that.
I think like everything, Royal Caribbean first and foremost is very much focused on the safety of our guests. Everything we do, from how we sail, how we operate, it's fully focused and always will be on the safety. Unfortunate incident, and I know the guest got very quick treatment and is in a better place. So that's always going to be the case, and we'll make sure the right precautions are in play. And if we need to pause certain activities until we're absolutely comfortable, we will. And when they come back on stream, we know they're absolutely safe.
Makes sense. And maybe just as we round up, like, what would be your one key point that you want agents to know about Star of the Seas?
Sure. I'm actually going to move beyond Star because I think Legend of the Seas, which is joining us next year, which will be same Icon class, and it will have small tweaks, as we touched on, between Icon to Star, and Legend will be similar. That is such a brilliant earning opportunity. It's an amazing ship class in Europe, and I don't think, and I'm not just saying this because I'm part of the company, I don't think there's going to be anything like this in Europe next year. And we really want the support, and we want to make sure we have guests who come on, experience it like they do in the Caribbean, and are wowed and really want to come back over and over and try more of what we do.
That's all very exciting plans. Thanks so much for joining me to chat, and we're going to go and explore some more Star of the Seas. Thanks so much.
Thank you all.